We are back with more Detective Grimoire. Let's see what this guy is.
Oh?
Or who this guy is.
You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Why? Because you'd bounce if I threw you against a wall?
What? No. Because I always come back, again and again, until my job is done.
And your job is professional whiner?
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it was...
Not thought. Felt.
I felt... well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
Again, if he hasn't been seen in 60 years, it's not really like we're bothering him.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message.
You come here every day.
Yes, I do.
Apologies
Well,
for
I'm
repeating.
only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting a tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night
they're just
until the
making the
sun
sounds animals
rises
make.
in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
Let's see.
This is the journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973,
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course. The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Boggy!
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost.
Again, no sign in a generation.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Alright. Swamp
Show
stuff?
it to somebody else.
Swamp creature stuff. Alright, I think I've explored everything. Excuse me, I murmuted. For which I wholeheartedly apologize. Hey, a gift shop. Hello.
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look. What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all.
What are you looking for? A
It's some
lost
kind
return
of
to label?
roughly made costume head. There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess.
Is it the curtain piece?
What on earth? It's some... There's a 2 clues.
Okay.
A Boggy's Bog mug.
Boggy Bog mug.
Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas. Boggy dolls, Boggy toys, Boggy postcards. Yeah, this
all
stuff isn't
bad.
half bad. It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting.
If you can't tell a painting from a photo, are you sure you're a detective?
There's really no way to tell, you know? It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though. Boggy doll. Brightly colored Boggy baseball caps. Is there something behind them? Brightly colored... Is there...
Well, why don't you check and move them and see if there's something behind them?
Brightly... Is...
Unless you're talking about this thing.
Boggy doll. Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in. You know, not a... Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Oh, no, I only just arrived.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kinda dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Aha! What about your job?
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here, exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted.
Well, I assume his trench coat is, like, waterproof.
When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I
Ew.
absolutely do.
Alright.
That is not something
come
from
from
my
the-
gift
yeah.
shop. I've never seen it before. Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Buggy
These
hat?
hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
I don't see much point in asking about this. These, Mr.
He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that. I have no idea what that is.
It even literally says curtain piece in the inventory. Let's head to the cafe.
Predictably, a trash can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside the glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the
Under the trash? Okay. There
Hello,
we go.
what's this? Just a piece of paper?
Piece of paper.
Or something more sinister?
Something more sinister. No, it's definitely a piece of paper. I don't think there's anything else to be had. Designs for buggy costume.
The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship. I think. Never really learned much.
No, that looks more like two barrels and a spool for rope. I guess there would be a spool of rope or two on a boat.
Ah, yes.
Hello,
I
Harper.
heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service. Well, kind of. You're a suspect too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find this swamp to be your greatest challenge.
Been pretty easy so far.
You mean this murder case? I'm sure I can handle it.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in this swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog. He ate one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice. Try it.
It looks... Well, I'll try some later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
That's what I was about to say. He left the cafe feeling ill after the Harper sold him a bog dog.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Harper sold him a bog dog. Harper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this. I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What
The
do I
powder.
think caused it?
Duh.
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
I'm gonna ask Lockpick McGee about this. I don't see any of this helping. Was Agent Folder there?
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
Hold on.
I don't know what to say. He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
Okay. None of my clues are him or his...
Why don't you show that to someone else?
Okay, fine. What about
You're
last
going
night?
to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton staff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
Alright. Where is the store?
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe.
The store now that I looked at it? No, I cannot.
The tables and chairs A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make... And why is there a cafe growing out...
Tourist attraction, dummy.
A shipwreck? And
Oh, I
why...
thought I could look at the menu. Alright, it's time to go back to places I already done been. Oh, there's some places I haven't done been. That's not where I wanted to go. Wait a minute. Aha! I haven't been here.
This staircase is a tree. And this tree is a staircase. And this place is so weird.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
This staircase is... And this... This stair... And this...
Up. Goey uppy. This does not look safe. Then again, I've never liked rope bridges.
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody...
I should hope so. There's smoke coming out of the fire chimney thing.
The latch is broken on the
Latch
door.
is broken.
Seems I can fix it with those three
fix it
cogs if I
with
just
these
put...
three cogs.
Once they're on the right, I can
Once
move the
they're
handle
right
at the
in,
bottom to try and open the door.
Okay. Too small. Hold on.